Have you felt more irritable lately? Maybe you've noticed yourself getting frustrated over little things. Conversations that used to feel easy now feel tense. You might even feel like you're not quite yourself, and you're not sure why. First, let's be clear. You're not imagining it, and you're not alone. What you're going through isn't a personal failure. It's not a character flaw, and it's not just aging. There may be real valid reasons you're feeling this way, and in many cases, they're rooted in changes that deserve attention and care. When frustration is really a signal of something deeper, we often associate depression with sadness or tears. But as we get older, depression doesn't always look that way. Instead, it can feel like irritability, anger, emotional withdrawal, feeling short-tempered or on edge. This isn't weakness. It's a response to stress, change, and sometimes deep loss. Many of us were raised to keep going, to not talk about pain or sadness, but holding everything in takes a toll. Over time, that pressure can build and come out in ways we don't always recognize. Anger isn't the problem, it's the messenger, and it might be telling you something matters. Something hurts. Something needs to change. So what might be causing this change in how you feel? Let's look at some of the most common, understandable reasons this emotional shift might be happening. Loss of purpose. After decades of work, parenting, or contributing to a larger community, it's normal to feel a sense of disorientation when routines change. Retirement can feel like freedom, but it can also feel like a sudden loss of identity, chronic illness, or pain. Living with constant discomfort from arthritis to diabetes or mobility challenges can wear anyone down. Physical pain often brings emotional fatigue, and that can show up as short temper or exhaustion. Grief. Whether you've lost a spouse, a sibling, a friend, or even the ability to do certain things on your own, grief can take many forms. It might not feel like sadness. It might feel like frustration or numbness or a quiet, aching distance from life. Loneliness. When people move away, pass on, or life just slows down, it's easy to feel isolated even if you're surrounded by others. That sense of being alone in what you're going through can feel heavy. Loss of control. Needing help with things you once handled easily, like driving, money, or appointments, can feel frustrating or even embarrassing. But feeling that way doesn't make you difficult. It makes you human. How to recognize what your emotions are telling you. If you've noticed changes in your mood, energy, or even daily routines, here are some gentle signs to pay attention to. Feeling easily frustrated or overwhelmed by small things, wanting to withdraw from social situations, sleeping more than usual or having trouble sleeping, not feeling motivated to shower, get dressed, or tidy up, forgetting things more often than usual. These aren't signs that something is wrong with you. They're signs that your mind and body are asking for support. The weight of unspoken grief. Grief is personal, and it doesn't follow a schedule. You might feel okay some days and completely lost on others. That doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're processing something meaningful. Maybe you haven't talked about your grief. Maybe you've kept it quiet so others wouldn't worry, but that doesn't make it less real. And acknowledging it doesn't make you weak. It makes you brave. Feeling disconnected? If you found yourself avoiding phone calls, skipping visits, or turning down invitations, it might not be about the events themselves. It might be about energy, about feeling unseen, or just needing still. Even a small connection can lift the heaviness. Watching a show with someone, sharing a walk, or just being around someone who listens, that can help remind you still matter. Your presence still means something. Taking care of yourself doesn't have to feel like a chore. When you don't feel like getting dressed or grooming yourself, it's not laziness. It could be a signal that your emotional energy is running low, and you're not alone in feeling that way. Start small. One clean shirt, one refreshing shower, one walk to the mailbox. Every small step is a victory. If someone offers to help, let them. That's not weakness, it's wisdom. When moods swing without warning, some days you might feel fine, the next you're upset and don't know why. That's not unusual, and it's not all in your head. Emotional changes can come from long-term stress, pain, medication side effects, hormone changes, or vitamin deficiencies. It's worth bringing it up at your next doctor's visit. There may be small changes that can bring big relief. Is it depression or dementia? This can be a confusing one even for doctors. Both can involve forgetfulness or mood changes, but they're not the same. If you feel aware of what's happening but just don't feel like yourself, it might be depression. If you're forgetting names, places, or getting disoriented, it could be more cognitive. Either way, don't self-diagnose. A conversation with a trusted medical professional can bring real clarity and options. Could your medication be playing a role? Some medications, especially sleep aids, painkillers, or steroids, can affect your mood or mental clarity. If something changed recently, or if you just feel different, speak up. Even a small adjustment might help restore balance. Your body best. Your feedback matters. What to say when you're not feeling okay. It's not always easy to talk about emotions, especially if you've always been strong for others, but speaking up isn't a burden. It's an act of self-respect. Here's one way to start. I'm not quite feeling like myself lately. I think I could use someone to talk to. You deserve to feel good again, and there's no shame in seeking support. Therapy, companionship, activities, even new routines, they can help you reconnect with joy, energy, and peace. A closing thought for you. If you've been feeling angry or withdrawn, it doesn't mean you're broken. It means your heart is calling for care. You've carried so much. You've lived through so much. You deserve tenderness, especially from yourself. So take the walk. Say the thing. Ask for help. Rest. Speak gently to yourself. Let people in. Even after a long winter, the soil still remembers how to bloom. So do you. You are still here. You still matter. And you are never too far gone to feel better again. Thank you for listening, and more importantly, thank you for being here. If this message spoke to you, we invite you to like this video. Leave a comment with your thoughts or experiences, and subscribe to our channel for more content that supports your journey. You're not alone, and we're here with you. We'll see you in the next one.